Hello, everyone. Welcome to English Podcast. We're so happy you're here with us today.
Hi there. Great to have you listening. I'm Mike.
And I'm Sarah. We create these podcasts to help you learn practical, everyday English.
That's right. If this episode helps you, please share it with your friends who are learning English.
Today, we're discussing something deeply personal and universal. We're going to talk about how to express emotions in English.
Yes, being able to talk about how you feel is essential for genuine communication and building real connections.
Whether you're happy, sad, angry, or confused, you need the right vocabulary and expressions to share your feelings.
This episode will teach you how to describe different emotions, express your feelings naturally, and understand when others talk about their emotions.
So, Mike, do you find it easy to talk about your emotions in English?
Honestly, even as a fluent speaker, it can be challenging. I remember when I first started learning, I only knew basic words like happy and sad, but emotions are so much more complex than that. I felt frustrated because I couldn't express the nuances of what I was feeling.
That's such an important point. Notice how Mike said frustrated. That's more specific than just angry or sad. These nuanced emotion words make your English much richer.
What about you, Sarah? Do you struggle with expressing emotions?
Sometimes, especially in professional settings, I'm never sure how much emotion is appropriate to express. Should I say, I'm disappointed, or is that too strong? Should I say, I'm a bit concerned, or I'm really worried? The intensity levels confuse me.
Intensity levels, exactly. Today will help everyone understand not just the emotion words, but also how to adjust the intensity of what you're expressing.
Let's get started.
First, let's learn the basic emotion categories.
Emotions generally fall into main categories: happiness, sadness, anger, fear, surprise, and disgust.
These are universal emotions that all humans experience.
Let's start with happiness and positive emotions.
Basic positive words: happy, glad, pleased, content.
I'm happy to see you.
I'm glad you could make it.
I'm pleased with the results.
I'm content with my life.
Stronger positive emotions: joyful, delighted, thrilled, ecstatic, overjoyed.
I'm delighted by this news.
She was thrilled to get the promotion.
They're ecstatic about the new baby.
Ecstatic is extremely happy, the highest level.
Now let's discuss sadness and negative emotions.
Basic sad words are sad, unhappy, down, blue.
I'm feeling sad today.
I'm a bit down. Informal means feeling low.
I've been feeling blue lately, melancholic, depressed.
Stronger sadness is heartbroken, devastated, miserable, depressed.
She was heartbroken after the breakup.
I'm devastated by the news.
He's miserable all week.
Depressed is a serious term, can mean clinical depression.
Disappointment is disappointed, let down, discouraged.
I'm disappointed in the results.
I feel let down by my friend.
Don't be discouraged. Keep trying.
Let's discuss anger and frustration.
Basic anger words are angry, mad, annoyed, irritated.
I'm angry about what happened.
I'm mad at him. Informal for angry.
I'm annoyed by the noise.
I'm irritated, mildly angry.
Stronger anger is furious, outraged, enraged, livid.
She was furious when she found out.
I'm outraged by this injustice.
He was livid, extremely angry, face turning red.
Frustration is frustrated, fed up, exasperated.
I'm frustrated with this situation.
I'm fed up with the delays.
I'm exasperated, annoyed and frustrated after repeated problems.
Let's look at fear and anxiety.
Basic fear words are scared, afraid, frightened, worried.
I'm scared of spiders.
I'm afraid of heights.
She was frightened by the loud noise.
I'm worried about the exam.
Stronger fear is terrified, petrified, horrified.
I'm terrified of flying.
She was petrified, so scared you can't move.
I'm horrified by what I saw.
Anxiety and nervousness is anxious, nervous, uneasy, on edge.
I'm anxious about the interview.
I'm nervous about meeting her parents.
I feel uneasy about this decision.
I've been on edge all day, tense and anxious.
Let's practice some conversations.
Great idea. Sarah, let's role-play sharing emotions with a friend.
Mike, you seem down today. Is everything okay?
I'm feeling a bit frustrated, actually. I've been working on this project for weeks, and it's not going well.
I'm sorry to hear that. Are you worried about the deadline?
Yeah, I'm pretty anxious about it. And honestly, I'm disappointed in myself for not making more progress.
Don't be so hard on yourself. I'm sure you're doing your best. Is there anything I can help?
Just talking about it helps, actually. I was feeling overwhelmed, but I'm a bit relieved now.
I'm glad I could help. Remember, it's okay to feel frustrated sometimes.
See how we shared multiple emotions naturally?
Frustrated, anxious, disappointed, overwhelmed, and relieved.
Now let's discuss expressing mixed emotions.
Often we feel multiple emotions at once.
I'm happy but also nervous, conflicting emotions.
I'm excited but a little scared.
I'm proud but sad at the same time.
I have mixed feelings about this.
Mixed feelings means you have both positive and negative emotions.
I'm torn. You feel pulled in different directions.
I'm torn between staying and leaving.
Contradictory feelings. I'm happy for her, but I'm also a bit jealous.
I'm relieved it's over, but I'm sad too.
I'm grateful yet disappointed.
These complex emotions are very human and normal.
Now let's learn about intensity modifiers.
You can make emotions stronger or weaker using modifiers.
Weak intensity, a little, a bit, slightly, somewhat.
I'm a little worried.
I'm a bit annoyed.
I'm slightly disappointed.
I'm somewhat frustrated.
Medium intensity, quite, fairly, pretty, rather.
I'm quite happy with this.
I'm pretty upset about it.
I'm rather concerned.
Strong intensity, very, really, extremely, incredibly, absolutely.
I'm very excited.
I'm really angry about this.
I'm extremely disappointed.
I'm absolutely thrilled.
I'm totally devastated.
Let's discuss surprise and shock.
Basic surprise, surprised, amazed, astonished.
I'm surprised by your decision.
I'm amazed at how well she did.
I was astonished by the results.
I'm shocked by the news.
I was stunned. I didn't know what to say.
I'm speechless. So surprised you can't talk.
I was blown away, overwhelmed with surprise, positive or negative.
Pleasant surprise, pleasantly surprised, delighted.
I was pleasantly surprised by the gift.
Unpleasant surprise, taken aback, caught off guard.
I was taken aback by his rudeness.
I was caught off guard by the question. Let's look at more nuanced emotions.
These emotions are more specific and sophisticated.
Gratitude, grateful, thankful, appreciative.
I'm grateful for your help.
I'm thankful for this opportunity.
I'm appreciative of your support.
Relief, relieved, reassured.
I'm so relieved the test is over.
I'm reassured by your words.
Confusion. Confused, puzzled, baffled, bewildered.
I'm confused about what happened.
I'm puzzled by her behavior.
I'm baffled, completely unable to understand.
Embarrassment. Embarrassed, ashamed, humiliated.
I'm embarrassed about what I said.
I'm ashamed of my behavior.
I felt humiliated, deeply embarrassed publicly.
Pride. Proud, accomplished.
I'm proud of you.
I feel accomplished after finishing this project.
Loneliness. Lonely, isolated.
I've been feeling lonely lately.
I feel isolated from my friends.
Let's practice another conversation.
Let's do a conversation about good news.
Sarah, I have some news. I got the job I interviewed for.
Oh my gosh, I'm so happy for you. You must be thrilled.
I am. I'm absolutely ecstatic, but I'm also a bit nervous about starting.
That's completely normal. It's exciting but scary at the same time. How do you feel overall?
Honestly, I'm overwhelmed with gratitude. I'm so thankful for this opportunity, but I'm also anxious about whether I'll do well.
I'm confident you'll be amazing. You should be proud of yourself for getting this job.
Thank you. I was so relieved when they called. I'd been stressed about it for days.
I can imagine. I'm just so pleased for you. When do you start?
Next Monday. I'm excited and terrified at the same time.
Perfect example of expressing complex, mixed emotions.
Now let's discuss how to ask about emotions.
It's important to know how to ask others about their feelings.
Basic questions are, how are you feeling?
How do you feel about this?
What's wrong when someone seems upset?
Are you okay?
More specific, you seem upset. Do you want to talk about it?
Is something bothering you?
You look worried. What's on your mind?
How does that make you feel?
What's your reaction to this news?
I can see you're upset. Can I help?
You don't seem like yourself today. Is everything all right?
Let's discuss responding to emotions.
When someone shares their emotions, respond appropriately.
For happiness, I'm so happy for you.
That's wonderful news.
I'm thrilled to hear that.
For sadness, I'm sorry to hear that.
That must be really hard for you.
I'm here if you need to talk.
For anger, I understand why you're upset.
That would make me angry too.
You have every right to be frustrated.
For fear, it's okay to be scared.
I understand your concerns.
That sounds really stressful.
Empathy phrases. I can imagine how you feel.
That must be difficult.
I understand where you're coming from.
Let's review everything.
Let's summarize all the emotion vocabulary we've learned.
Happiness, happy, glad, pleased, content, joyful, delighted, thrilled, ecstatic, overjoyed.
Sadness, sad, unhappy, down, blue, heartbroken, devastated, miserable, depressed, disappointed, let down, discouraged.
Anger, angry, mad, annoyed, irritated, furious, outraged, enraged, livid, frustrated, fed up, exasperated.
Fear, scared, afraid, frightened, worried, terrified, petrified, horrified, anxious, nervous, uneasy, on edge.
Surprise, surprised, amazed, astonished, shocked, stunned, speechless, blown away, taken aback, caught off guard.
Nuanced emotions. Grateful, thankful, relieved, confused, puzzled, baffled, embarrassed, ashamed, proud, lonely, isolated.
Intensity modifiers. Weak, a little, a bit, slightly, somewhat, medium, quite, fairly, pretty, rather. Strong, very, really, extremely, incredibly, absolutely, totally.
Mixed emotions. Mixed feelings, torn, happy but nervous, excited but scared.
Asking, how are you feeling? What's wrong? Are you okay? Is something bothering you?
Responding, I'm sorry to hear that. I'm happy for you. I understand. That must be difficult.
These expressions cover most emotional conversations.
Let's summarize everything we've learned today.
We learned basic emotion vocabulary in 6 main categories: happiness, sadness, anger, fear, surprise, and nuanced emotions.
We explored different intensity levels for each emotion, from mild to extreme.
We learned how to express mixed and complex emotions naturally.
We covered intensity modifiers to make emotions stronger or weaker.
We discussed specific vocabulary for surprise, shock, gratitude, relief, confusion, and embarrassment.
We practiced natural conversations, sharing emotions with friends.
We learned how to ask others about their feelings sensitively.
We covered appropriate ways to respond when others share emotions.
Most importantly, we learned that talking about emotions is essential for genuine, meaningful communication.
Being able to express how you feel helps you build deeper connections and be understood.
Don't be afraid to share your emotions. It's what makes us human.
Now it's your turn to practice. Today's question is, how are you feeling right now and why?
Please write your answer using specific emotion vocabulary. For example, I'm feeling content and relaxed right now because I'm learning new English vocabulary. I'm also a bit tired because I didn't sleep well last night.
Or, I'm excited and motivated after listening to this podcast. I'm also slightly nervous about practicing these new words, but I'm determined to try.
Or, I'm feeling a bit frustrated with my English progress lately, but I'm hopeful that learning these emotion words will help me express myself better.
Try to use specific emotion words and intensity modifiers.
Remember, there's no right or wrong emotion. Be honest about how you feel.
Practicing emotional vocabulary helps you become more self-aware and better at communication.
Thank you so much for listening to today's episode.
We hope this helps you express your emotions confidently in English.
Keep practicing and don't be afraid to share how you really feel.
We'll talk to you next time on English Podcast.
Take care of your emotions.
Pigay, everyone!
Bye!